Today in our 2014 Ford Focus sedan, we'll be installing the Curt T-connector vehicle wiring harness with 4-pole flat trailer connector, part number C56138. Now we want to use our wire to hook up to our trailer. We can just set it aside here to the side of our latch of our trunk, close our trunk on down, and we have plenty of wire to make our connection to our trailer. And now when we're not towing our trailer, we can stow it out of the way inside of a trunk. Just open up our spare tire cover here, drape it on inside, close this on up, it's out of the way. It's not going to get snagged in any of our cargo, and we're not going to cause any damage to it that way. We can start our installation by opening our trunk. We'll remove all of our floor liner, covers up our spare tire, and we'll set that aside. We'll remove the foam that goes around our spare tire as well. It's 2 pieces, just pull it on out. Now we'll remove our center trim panel piece here. There's 2 clips that hold it in place. You can use a flathead screwdriver or a trim panel tool to get behind those clips and pull right out. So we'll use our trim panel tool or our flathead screwdriver and come up on our panel here to help assist it in coming up. Now both of our corner panel pieces have one more of those panel fasteners on them. So we'll remove that and then work our panel off. We'll do the same on our passenger side. Now we'll remove this panel clip here that holds our carpet in place. We have one of these on both sides of the vehicle. That out of the way, we can pull our carpet and do the same on the other side. Okay, now we're going to start on the left side of our vehicle. Right here, we have an electrical connector. This electrical connector here goes to our driver's side tail light. Push it on this tab here, pull back to separate it. We'll grab our pair of wires that has the yellow wire in it. This is for our left side turn signal. This brown wire here is for our tail light. So we'll plug it in line with the wire harness that we just disconnected. Push it in until it clips. The other end goes back into the vehicle here. Push that in until it clips. This green and red wire, this controls our passenger side or right side turn signal and our brake light. We'll just run it over to the passenger side of the vehicle, unplug our connector here, make our connections. All right, now we have our control box here. We'll take our included double-sided tape, peel off one side, place the tape on, press down firmly, and we'll mount this to a good, solid, flat surface inside our vehicle where it's tucked up out of the way. Right here on this auxiliary fuse box in our trunk, on the side, will be a great spot for that. Peel the other end off, we'll place it on there. Press it on nice and firmly. Okay, now we need to ground our converter box here. We can use a provided self-tapping screw that comes in our kit, or we can use a ground that already exists on our vehicle. We have one right here. So to avoid drilling any holes, we'll use that one. It's an 8mm screw. Take the bolt out. Put the bolt over our wire. Reinstall the bolt. We'll snug it back down. Okay, that'll give us a perfect and solid ground for our box. Now our black wire coming off our converter box, we'll strip a little bit more of the insulation off. Right there, will be fine. Take one of the yellow butt connectors that comes in our kit, place it over the black wire for our converter box, and we'll crimp it down. This black wire is our power wire that will run to the front and connect to our vehicle's battery. Take the black wire that comes with our kit, strip off a little bit more of the insulation from it, and we'll connect our 2 wires. Okay, with that crimped, we'll pull back, make sure it's bolt secured. I'll wrap it up with some electrical tape just to help protect it in case any dirt were to enter our vehicle from the trunk, or potentially the trunk has a leak at some point in time. We don't want to get any water in there and cause corrosion or short. Now this grommet right here, right below our fuse box in the trunk, we'll take this out here real quick. This is where we're going to pass our power wire down through. We'll make a notch in our grommet here. Another diagonal notch right there, give our wire place to rest. And we'll drop our power wire on down through this hole. Okay, if our wire passed through all the way, we'll slide our grommet around it and reinstall the grommet. Okay, with our grommet reinstalled, we'll take some silicone sealant and seal it up so no water gets in. We have this black silicone sealant available on our website if you need to purchase any. Put a nice bead on it there, let it tack up. All right, with all of our connections made in the trunk, we can now reassemble it. Start with our side panels first. Push the carpet back in place. Push our pin back in. Put our clips back in that hold our panels in. Same on the other side. All right, we'll also reinstall our center trim piece panel here. Try to tuck our wires that go across behind it so they'll be secured. We'll leave our 4-pole flat trailer connector off here in the middle, that way we can access it when we need it. Okay, I'll push down on this. Get our weather stripping on top of it. Okay, we'll put our clips back in to hold our centerpiece in. We'll reinstall our trunk floor coverings here. All right, we can reinstall our spare tire cover here now. All right, now we need to route our power wire to the front of the vehicle. When we're doing this, we want to make sure we avoid any moving parts, steering, suspension, and any sources of heat, such as the exhaust. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll show you how I did it once I'm done. All right, here's where our power wire comes through our grommet. We went up and over our rear subframe, both sides of it, the front and the back of it. And it comes down here behind this plastic panel. Comes out here, and I ran the wire inside of our side skirt to protect it from the elements. Runs all the way down our side skirt until it comes out here at the front of the vehicle, right below our engine bay. So now we're going to go underneath the hood, and we'll drop down a pull wire from the engine bay, and we'll tape it to our power wire and bring it into our engine compartment. All right, we'll start by taking our cover off our battery box here. All right, now we'll drop our pull wire down. We'll just go behind our brake lines here in the firewall. Push it on down. And we'll come grab it from below the vehicle. And here's where our pull wire came down. Here's our black wire that'll connect to our battery. We'll tape these two together with some electrical tape. And we'll go pull it on up into our vehicle. Grab our pull wire. Pull our power wire on up. All right, we'll take our black wire here and we'll zip tie it up to our positive battery cable just so we don't have any slack in it to fall down. Measure off how much we're going to need. Cut off the excess. Strip off the insulation. Put in our last yellow butt connector over it. Crimp it down. Take our provided fuse holder, strip off a little bit more insulation from one end, stick that into the other end of the butt connector, crimp it down, strip off some of the insulation from the other end, put our provided ring terminal over it, and we'll crimp that down as well. We'll wrap our butt connector up in some electrical tape. Now we'll remove the nut from our positive battery post. Normally, if you have a factory battery post, this is a 8mm nut, but this is not a factory battery post. Place our ring terminal on over, and we'll reinstall our nut. Now we'll install our provided 10-amp fuse into our fuse holder, and close the dust cover on over it, and tuck it down here inside our battery box, and reinstall our cover. Now before we hook up to our trailer, it's a good idea we test our wiring. For that we have a tester here. It's part number I-26. Provide us a 4-pole flat trailer tester. Install or include a dust cover at this time too. All right, so we'll go ahead and test our lights. We'll turn on our headlights here first. And as you can see, our tail light function on our trailer is working. Do our left turn signal, that's working. Our right turn signal, that's working. And now I'll test our brakes. As you can see, our brake lights are working as well too. And that completes our installation of the Curt T-connector vehicle wiring harness with 4-pole flat trailer connector, part number C56138 on our 2014 Ford Focus sedan.
Click the link below to shop, learn more, or visit us at etrailer.com.